Hey, air sign, what is up with you guys? Welcome in. Hope your beginning to the week is good. I've got my little puppy here. If you didn't see Charlie, he's in the previous video. Well, I'll show you. Come here, you. This is Charlie. He's a little Cavapoo. He's just sweet and awesome. We will be showing you Colleen's sister Cavapoo pretty soon. All right, welcome in, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Hope all is well. This is a reading for you, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Feel free to swap around the characters. As always, I could be talking to a cross watcher, so let's see where we go here, all right? Let's see where we go. Ah, yes. Peace. By the book. Move that there. Flexible. That's opposite energy there. Here and now. All right. So this is about balancing the need to, I'm going to say, do it by the numbers, by the book. The positive side of that is being very organized. The negative side of that is being very controlling. So pick your poison here. Flexible can also be too much people pleasing or not enough, right? Where you're inflexible. Too much flexible is also not good because people pleasing is really something that is a toxic behavior. Okay, and the inability to say no to somebody, the inability to, deal with someone having angry at you or someone being upset with you or something like that. This is really a challenge right now because it seems like it's going back and forth between like rigidity and too much people pleasing. So the antidote for that, be in the moment 100% of the time. Not in the future, not in the past. Be mindful. Here's what's going on right now. How do I feel about that? What's happening? All right, how do I feel? I've said this before to you, labeling your feelings is a great exercise, okay? Just like for one whole day, just try it. Because especially for those of us who are or have had traumatic relationships, difficult relationships of any kind, you can be unconsciously walking into more of that because it's what feels familiar. And so if you really get in touch with how you feel about a situation, it's uncomfortable, but that's how you go, oh, wait a second. My feelings are, I don't like this, and yet I'm staying. So really this is just saying to you about people pleasing and about control. It's like, can you balance these things? Can you balance these behaviors? And the way to do that is be very mindful of what you're doing and how you're doing it, mostly of how you feel about it. That's why therapists ask you that question. How does that make you feel? Charlie. That's why they ask you that, because I feel like a lot of people are in unhealthy situations because they've shut off their feelings and they're just going on trying to recreate a previous experience of love, which wasn't really love. Okay, so, wow, that's a lot to come out in that little part of this reading. That's a lot to come out. All right, let's see here. Where are we going here? Yeah, Two of Swords. Blocking your heart comes from blocking your heart to yourself. So you only block your heart to other people when you block your heart to yourself, because you're not trusting yourself, or you're not allowing yourself to feel. So you can't navigate. You don't know what's good, what's not, because your feelings tell you that. Wow, Two of Cups. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. Strength. Look at you. All right, overcoming this. Good job overcoming this. Three of Swords. Yes, there have been some past pain here. Fool, taking a leap of faith. And Ace of Pentacles. Wow. This is an ending. Okay, wow, this is amazing. All right. It actually looks like this. Okay, so feeling the pain, actually feeling the pain, feeling the emotions that you have around situations or around relationships, being in the moment, allowing yourself to feel it. Don't stuff it down, because that's what was happening before. This is unconsciously stuffing things down. So allow yourself to feel, and that's how you overcome a fear of relationships or getting into another bad relationship. If you've been in a bad relationship, you know what I'm talking about. So this is the beginning and the end of a new cycle. By doing that, you have taken a leap of faith and you're completing a cycle of negative relationships. Good job. Good job. Four of Pentacles have held back in the past. Three of Cups, Page of Swords. So this is a sense of, okay, what's happening in the outside world, what's happening outside of me is not going to impact me as much as it used to. It used to impact me because A, I didn't see it clearly. I wasn't looking at things. I was being too naive. I didn't want to see reality. I didn't want to be in the moment. I wanted to see what I thought was happening, and that can lead you astray. So either too much holding back or too much jumping right in can lead to a difficult place, okay? Page of Swords is some new information coming through. I'll show you this whole thing. Just one second. Yeah, letting go of the past hurts, doing it by the numbers. Okay, this Virgo energy here is about step by step and step-by-step internal work. So if you can just let this go and not relive the pain all the time, reliving that just it's like you're picking a scab. I know it's gross. Picking a scab here to relive some kind of pain by doing something over and over again. So to block that, to change that, be in the moment, be super mindful and identify your feelings, because that is the way forward. Two of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. There is someone who is wanting to offer love to you. Someone who has done this, has overcome issues of the same sort, okay, strength, and is available now, is open to relationship. You might not see it that way, at least because of the unconscious nature of how you might be behaving right now. So the path forward is to identify emotion. Emotions are your roadmap. I know a lot of you have been taught not to trust your emotions, or you've been told you're too emotional, or you've been told that makes you unreliable. Okay, showing emotion means you're unstable. The very fact that someone would say that to you shows that they are uncomfortable with feelings. And so what that causes you to do as a child, or it starts in childhood, because you don't really get sucked into this as an adult without having something happen like this as a child. So what happens is you just stuff and stuff and stuff the emotions because you're trying to be the picture of bliss. Everything's fine. Everything's perfect. No problem. But emotions don't go away. They stay. So when you stuff and stuff and stuff, eventually it has to come out. So I'll give you an example. After my father passed away, I wasn't even aware of this because I was not being mindful. I was 16. I wore the same navy blue sweatshirt to school every day. I washed it, wasn't dirty, it was, perfectly fine. My jeans and my sweatshirt every day because I felt comfortable in that, but I was like a walking bruise, okay? And the person who noticed was my English teacher. She was just so wonderful, and she noticed and gave me some creative projects. She knew that I was good at poetry, I was good at writing. She gave me some creative projects, and that creativity helped me work through those feelings that I had stuffed. It worked, okay? Because what I could write when I was in my creative zone, when I'm in that moment of writing, it comes through you and it helps you work through that kind of stuff. So I feel like there's really this beautiful energy of, look at this, the Fool and then the World. I rarely see that come out in that order. All right. So because you're willing to do this kind of work, because you're willing to, this could have been triggered by a cheating incident, someone who cheated on you, or unfaithful, in whatever way, right? They betrayed you. All right, this is betrayal. Now, this could have happened yesterday, or it could have happened a year ago. It could have happened 10 years ago. It doesn't matter. If you shove and shove and shove, that stuff stays, and it just, gets stagnant and gross, because that's what this Four of Pentacles is about. Holding on to some old hurt, holding on to an old betrayal. It's time to really let that go. And how do you do that? You identify the emotions and you work through them. The only way out is through. Okay? So, but look at what there is a person, it could be a Leo, I'm seeing Leo and Virgo here. There is a person on the path who is ready to offer a real relationship to you. And I feel like the universe is saying to you, hey, kick it into high gear. This person has done the work. They have overcome a similar situation. I feel like you're going to find that coming out in conversations, that this person has done the same thing. Okay, and so in your past, maybe you've been very controlling of your emotions. By the book, but the interesting thing is that's kind of the way to work through it too. So the positive side of this, going step by step, is what's indicated. The positive side of accommodation, meaning, allowing this to come out, allowing yourself to cry, allowing yourself to be mad, allowing that emotion to get out of you, and being flexible without being people pleasing. Don't be, so worried about what other people think. And that's easier said than done. I mean, I had that disease for many, many years, and it still rears its ugly head. It's never truly, because these are the things you're here to really work on. Okay. I'm seeing, like I said, I'm seeing Virgo here, and I'm seeing Leo. So you could be dealing with a fire sign, probably a Leo, or dealing with an earth sign, probably a Virgo. Okay. The person who's sharing, who's open, they have also done this. They have also been through this. Okay. And so now's a good time, because I think this person is really going to be open to it. They know. This person knows. And the cool part about this is I feel like this person is on your path. You could already know this person. I feel like you might already know them. You could be friends with them. Or friendship is a significant part of this relationship. They are you showing emotion, going through, this kind of purging, whatever, is not going to sway them at all. Because they've already done that. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt, they know. So if you think that showing vulnerability, showing emotion, or, having to go through something to, get yourself ready to be available is going to sway this person, is going to run this person away, no. Nope. They're ready for it. They're here for it. Okay? And even if they weren't, so what? It's time to do it. And they're a model. They're showing you. They are an inspiration, right? The Hermit card here, inspiring by doing. And just being here and now, being in this meditative moment. This the Virgo energy is very meditative if you think about it, because it's very it's on purpose, it's practical, it's right in front of you. And that can help you if you feel like you're in this morass of I don't know what's going on with me. How come people who come across my path aren't good for me? How come you are part of that? I feel like you might have already taken responsibility for that, hey, I'm trying to work things out in my heart, in my emotions, and I continually see the kind of person who is difficult for me. What you're seeing now, you must have worked through some of this, because what you're seeing now is someone who has also done this, who has also been part of that pattern. But they're like the same part of that pattern that you are. Right? They're not the narcissist or the person who is perpetrating. They're the person who is in alignment with the healing. That's awesome. That is awesome. All right, let's see where we go. I am going to do. I'm going to look at Virgo, and I'll look at Earth, and I'll look at Fire if you're dealing with any of those signs. Okay. So I'm going to continue this reading. The link is below if you'd like to come along. Happy days.